If he's going to use a government platform to talk politics, he should at least tell the truth.
SADIQ Khan clashes with Congressman Johnson in heated hearing on free speech. You're not going to believe what just happened. A routine hearing on free speech, something that was supposed to be calm, procedural, maybe even boring, just turned into one of the most dramatic political showdowns of the year. London Mayor SADIQ Khan, sitting before a panel that included U.S. Congressman Johnson, found himself in a clash so tense it had everyone watching on the edge of their seats. And when the exchange escalated, the room erupted. What was meant to be a measured discussion about freedom of expression suddenly became a heated battle of words. So let's get into it. The setting, a high-profile hearing, with leaders from both sides of the Atlantic weighing in on the state of free speech, online platforms, and the role of government in regulating public debate. Congressman Johnson, known for his sharp questioning and no-nonsense style, pressed Khan directly. His question was simple, but cutting. Mayor Khan, do you believe your policies in London have protected free speech or restricted it? It was a challenge Khan clearly wasn't expecting. He pushed back, insisting that his office has always defended freedom of expression, while also trying to keep communities safe from hate and division. But Johnson wasn't satisfied. He pressed harder, pointing to incidents in London where protests were limited, and critics claimed their voices were silenced. And that's when the exchange tipped from sharp questioning into full-blown confrontation. Observers in the room could feel the tension rising. Khan's voice grew sharper, his tone more defensive. He accused Johnson of misrepresenting the facts, saying the congressman was cherry-picking incidents to score political points. Johnson fired back, calmly but firmly, "Mayor, the public deserves straight answers. You can't call it free speech if you're deciding who gets to speak." The back and forth left the chamber buzzing. Some described it as one of the most direct challenges Khan has faced on the international stage. Now, the reactions outside the room? Explosive. Social media lit up instantly. One user wrote, "Khan just got called out finally, someone asked the hard questions." Another defended him, saying, "It's easy to grill a mayor from another country. Khan was standing up for London." Journalists scrambled to frame the moment. Some headlines focused on Johnson's aggressive line of questioning. Others zoomed in on Khan's sharp rebuttals. And political insiders? They know this was more than just fireworks. It was a test of leadership in front of an international audience. Think about what's at stake here. Free speech isn't just an abstract principle. It's a battleground. On one side, politicians like Johnson argue that restrictions, even in the name of safety, go too far, that they create a chilling effect where ordinary people feel silenced. On the other, leaders like Khan argue that absolute free speech can be weaponized, leading to division, extremism, and violence. This clash wasn't just about London or Washington. It was about the future of political debate in democratic societies everywhere. One analyst put it bluntly. This wasn't a hearing, it was a mirror showing the deep divide between those who prioritize absolute freedom and those who prioritize managed stability. And the fact that it played out live, between an American congressman and the mayor of London, made it a global spectacle. So where does this leave SADIQ Khan? For his supporters, he stood his ground, refusing to back down under pressure. They argue that leadership sometimes means making unpopular choices to keep people safe. For his critics, the moment confirmed their suspicions that Khan struggles when pressed, and that his policies lean more toward control than true freedom. And Congressman Johnson? He's being praised by some for holding Khan accountable, and criticized by others for turning a serious hearing into political theater. But here's the thing. The clash isn't going away. Clips of the heated exchange are circulating online, drawing millions of views. Commentators are dissecting every word, every pause, every shift in tone. And behind the headlines, one question keeps echoing. Where is the line between protecting society and protecting speech? Because if leaders can't agree on that, then the fight we saw in that hearing room is only the beginning. Free speech controversies aren't unique to London or Washington. In South Africa, in France, in Germany, in Canada, the same debate is raging. Politicians promising safety, critics warning of censorship, ordinary citizens caught in the middle. Khan versus Johnson is just the latest flashpoint in a much larger global struggle. And here's the twist. What made this hearing unforgettable wasn't just the clash of personalities. It was the raw emotion. The visible frustration. The sense that both men believed they were defending democracy yet came at it from completely opposite angles. That's why people are talking. That's why the clip is viral. Because deep down, everyone watching knows this isn't just politics. It's about who controls the conversation in society and who gets silenced. So, what happens next? Will Khan adjust his approach, trying to calm critics by showing he's listening more? Or will this clash harden the lines, pushing him to double down on his current policies? And Congressman Johnson, will he use this moment to push new legislation, to shine a spotlight on international debates over speech? We don't know yet. But what we do know is this: hearings like this don't just fade away. They set the tone for the battles to come. And the question remains: if this was just one hearing, one clash, one moment on the record, how much bigger will the fight over free speech become in the months ahead? Because if this is only the start, what comes next may be the real scandal.